You are about to enter the world of strange truth, a world where the line between fact and fiction is almost imperceptible.
Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Hosted by James Brolin. We live in a world where the real and the unreal live side by side, where substance is disguised as illusion, and the only explanations are unexplainable. Can you separate truth from fantasy? To do so, you must break through the web of your experience and open your mind to things beyond belief.
This word may look like it spells false to you. A closer look shows that it can also be true. The stories you will see tonight will challenge your power to separate what is true from what is false. Each story may seem to you beyond belief, and in fact, some of them are totally fictitious, created solely for your entertainment. But others are inspired by actual events that have been documented as happening to real people. We've changed the names and certain details, and yet the basics of the story remain the same. At the end of the program, we'll tell you which stories are totally false and which ones have true written on them. Can you recall ever seeing something that wasn't really there? A movement of a curtain that looked momentarily like an intruder, a figure in the fog that turned out to be a shadow, the mirage of water on a distant stretch of highway shimmering in the heat. Mona Watson has been seeing things lately. Frightening things. Will her visions turn out to be reality? Or just another illusion?
The world seemed to be closing in on me that spring. Things weren't going so well in my marriage. Plus, I'd lost my mom and dad within months of each other. Years ago, I'd had what everyone called a nervous breakdown. I was even hospitalized for it. I'd come back from that living hell, but lately I'd been experiencing a disturbing hallucination. I only saw it when I looked into the mirror in our second-floor hallway. I was terrified about my mental state and about that frightening image that I couldn't get out of my head.
What I'm worried about, Dr. Hayes, is having a relapse.
Mona, I really don't think that's what this is.
Then why do I keep seeing that woman?
Mona, you're working on a lot of stuff right now. Your mother just died, and you're under a lot of stress. You're not sleeping well.
But why does it only happen with that mirror? I'm scared to death. I don't want to go back into the hospital.
The chances of that are so slim, Mona. Look, you're stronger than that.
Well, what if we got rid of the mirror?
I'm all for that.
I don't think the mirror is the problem, Mona. Now look, I want you to go home and get some sleep. Call me tomorrow. We'll talk about it some more.
That night, I did everything I could to delay going up to bed. I knew the doctor was right. I had to conquer my own fears by myself. But I just didn't want to pass that mirror again, so I rearranged the things in the house because I couldn't rearrange the thoughts in my head.
Mona, I thought you said you were coming to bed.
I'm coming right now.
George was already in bed. My fear of the mirror was doing nothing to solve the very real problems we had in our relationship. Yet deep down, I felt we still loved each other, and I wanted to be a strong partner for him. But I felt myself losing him and my mind at the same time.
You forgot to turn out the hall light. Do you want me to do it?
No. Get it.
I knew that George was trying to force me to confront my demons. He just didn't know how real they were to me.
It's all right, all right. Here.
The bad weather continued all month long, and then a major storm hit that was stranding commuters like George in the city. Hello? Oh, George, hi. Uh-huh. Well, then when are you going to be home? Can't you come home tonight? Are you sure? Oh, George, please try. No. I'll be fine. Yeah. I'll just sleep with the lights on. I love you too. I was trembling inside, but I was determined to hold on to my sanity. I don't know why I didn't just sleep downstairs that night. I guess I didn't want George to come home and find me there. On the way upstairs, I made up my mind. I would compromise. I didn't care what Dr. Hayes might think. I was home alone, and I was going to do something to calm my fears. I've replayed that night's events over and over in my head, and it's as real to me now as it was on that terrible evening. I didn't know who he was, but I knew he had seen the lady in the mirror too, and that's what saved my life.
The prowler was picked up a few blocks away by the police, talking incoherently about the woman in the mirror. When his record sheet was checked, it was found that in the last year he had escaped from the police after murdering a woman. Well, they printed the picture of the murdered woman in the local paper. Mona saw it and recognized it as the same woman she had been seeing in the mirror. Well, after that day, she never saw the image again. Is this story inspired by actual events, or merely smoke and mirrors?
Fact or fiction? We'll find out at the conclusion of tonight's show. Next, a condemned man faces his last moments in a tale that's beyond belief.